We got more clips from OTAs, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and get another look at Justin Fields. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're going hard in the paint. We're looking at these rookies from rookie camps to OTAs to mini camps, then training camp, on top of your favorite veterans, guys on new teams, guys coming back from injuries. Click that button. Stop missing out on your favorite players. Today we are looking at Justin Fields. We're going to run through these clips. Got about 2 minutes of them. A lot of these from this week, a lot of these from the week prior. But we're going to watch him work through these drills. And then after that, we'll watch him again, talk some ball on him and the Steelers. But we're watching the feet. We're watching him move around. He's got some sweet feet. The ball comes live off the arm. There's them trying to work on ball control there. Looking good there. Good feet. Here's another one. The ball comes out pretty live. Comes out pretty fast. Bam. Here's another one. Pitch and catch should look like pitch and catch. We're rolling out. Ball comes out. Solid. Solid. This one was from last week. Again, ball control plus concentration. Something you don't always see, but this is the time of year where you're going to see different drills from OTAs and minicamp. Minicamp will be firing up in about a week or so for some of these teams. It goes from OTAs right to minicamp for some teams. Some teams get like a week or so break. Next week will be week 3 of OTAs. But there will be a few teams doing minicamp because they already did their week 3 of OTAs. There's Fields back there, number 2. Ball comes up fast. Former baseball player. You're getting a look at Russell Wilson here. He's thick. He's thick. There's a build difference between the two. And Fields isn't small. He's not like a lanky guy. That's just the thickness of the Russell Wilson. George Pickens there just hanging out, catching some balls. Mechanics-wise, arm-wise, it comes out good. Feet good. Good pop off the step when he's running. And we can say Chicago did him dirty. We can say he wasn't developed. And we say all kinds of stuff. We're with Pittsburgh now. So we got to see how he develops with this team. We got to see how he translates with the Steelers. We got to see how he can work with George Pickens. Can he climb the depth chart? Can he beat out Russell Wilson? Can he do that stuff? Or will Russell Wilson hold it down, and for how long? Will we see both quarterbacks this season? I'm just talking question form because those aren't takes. Those are saying, hey, what are we going to see? What do you think we're going to see out of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson? I'm going to say the same take that the Steelers are in a good position here. They got 2 quality options here with immense upside on the cheap. And whichever quarterback doesn't hit, or either of them hit, or none of them hit, they ain't out much. For this experiment, for what they got here to work with, it's at a good price tag because it could be a lot more expensive. If Justin Fields takes a step forward and is more than what we saw in Chicago, and he does it quickly, he's got to do it quickly here. They ain't not playing around with the developmental game. He either develop quickly or he doesn't. And if he does, then they got a good young quarterback on the cheap. If Russell Wilson taps into his old form before Denver, and it was more Denver than him, then the Steelers looked out because they got him on the cheap. If neither of them hit, then they can just wash their hands and move on, and possibly this explodes enough to where they can get a higher draft pick and get another quarterback, or they just move on to the next experiment. Either or, on all 3 of those scenarios, they're winning. They're winning. I mean, this is a cheap experiment to go through. Even if it busts completely in their face, like, they're better off than prior with this talent here to see this through, to see what happens. Because they got George Pickens, who's tremendous at the deep ball, good ball skills, nasty downfield. They got 2 good running backs, a very underrated tandem, and they can really build on this. They got Roman Wilson. We want to see how he gels with this team, how he translates, because he's got speed. He can break off routes. They're stacked at the tight end position. There's a lot here for these quarterbacks to work with. There's a lot here. Russell Wilson should get the first crack. That makes a lot of sense. We could see him get the first crack, and if he holds it down, then he holds it down. If Justin Fields takes a step forward and pushes him, then he does. Which we will know more come training camp. Training camp will tell us the full story. We're getting bits and pieces as we get through this. Soon it'll be minicamp, which will be a little bit more than this, which will be a little bit more stories coming out about these quarterbacks and this battle. The battle will heat up during training camp. We'll get more information then. That's when we will officially know. Right now, considering nothing huge is coming out, you could probably guess that Russ is getting it right now, but there's not enough to really go off of. They're doing drills. They're doing some 7-on-7s. Everybody's going to look good during that. We don't have huge reads to go off of, and we're playing with different players and all that. They're trying to get to know their quarterbacks. They're trying to install these systems and concepts. So really, we're just getting the wheels greased. But once we get the wheels greased, once we get the tires moving, then we will know. But Justin Fields has a ton of upside. Holds a lot of value in fantasy football even as a backup quarterback because once he's on the field, he is a QB1, redraft, dynasty, whatever it is. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.